Hi, I'm Nancy from Lone Star College Sci-Fair of the Harris County Public Libraries. Are you looking for a great book? Well, I'd like to introduce you to the Texas 2x2 list. This is a list of books created by a committee of librarians of the Texas Library Association. These books are recommended for children age 2 to grade 2. But I think kids of all ages can enjoy these great books. Some are funny, some will pull on your heartstrings, and some may open your eyes to a world of new ideas. Let's take a look. I hope you find a few that you'd like to read.
Perfect by Max Amato. In this funny book, a fussy eraser tries to keep the pages clean by erasing the scribbles of the mischievous pencil who likes to draw. At first, they are not getting along, but then Eraser discovers what can happen when they work together to have fun. Dandy by Aim Dykeman, illustrated by Charles Santoso. Encouraged by the other dads in the neighborhood, Sweetie's dad is determined to get rid of the dandelion weed in the yard. But Sweetie likes the pretty yellow flower, and she even names it Charlotte. Will Sweetie's dad succeed in destroying Charlotte the dandelion? Find out when you read Dandy. Tamika loved to dance and act, and she could sing high with the tweeting birds and low with the croaking frogs. So when her school decided to put on the musical Snow White, Tamika thought she would try out for the starring role. The other kids, though, let Tamika know that they thought she didn't look right for the part of Snow White. Find out what happens when you read Not Quite Snow White by Ashley Franklin, illustrated by Ebony Glenn. Cyril and Pat, written and illustrated by Emily Gravette. Cyril is a squirrel. Pat is a rat. They have a lot of adventures and fun together, but no one else thinks they should be friends because they're different from each other. Can they be different and still be friends? Underwear by Jen Harvey. Stop right there. You should be wearing underwear, says Papa Bear. But Baby Bear has some funny ideas about how to wear underwear. I bet you'll laugh when you read this rhyming story. Cake by Sue Hendra, illustrated by Paul Lynette. Cake is so excited. He's been invited to his very first birthday party. He buys just the right outfit, including the perfect hat. But as the candles on his perfect party hat begin to burn and the other party guests start to sing, Cake starts to think that maybe he'd rather not be at this party at all. Duck by Meg McKinley, illustrated by Nathaniel Ekstrom. When Duck runs around the farm yelling "Duck" to all the animals, they only point out that they are not ducks. But duck can also mean something else. Compare this story with Chicken Little. How are these stories alike and different? Saturday by Og Mora. Today would be special. Today would be splendid. It was Saturday. In this story, a mother and daughter have lots of plans for their special day. But when things don't turn out just right, they realize that maybe it wasn't what they did that made the day special. Bear Came Along by Richard T. Morris, illustrated by Liyuan Pham. When Bear falls in the river, he is soon joined by other woodland creatures. As they tumble downstream on a wild ride, they learn each one has their own special way to help. I Am a Tiger by Carl Newson, illustrated by Ross Collins. Mouse thinks big. He believes he is a tiger and convinces the other animals with his fast talking. But when an actual tiger comes along, will everyone's point of view change? Read this funny book and learn to be who you want to be. Give Me Back My Bones by Kim Norman, illustrated by Bob Kolar. No bones about it. This is a rhyming story that takes readers on an underwater scavenger hunt as a funny skeleton tries to put itself back together. Read this book and use the clues to figure out the identity of the skeleton. Seeds Move by Robin Page. Every seed, big or small, needs sunlight, water, and an uncrowded place to put down roots. But how do seeds get to the perfect place to grow? From a coconut seed floating on the waves to an African grass seed rolled by a dung beetle to a milkweed seed floating on the wind. This book tells all about it. My Poppy Has a Motorcycle by Isabel Quintero, illustrated by Zeke Pena. When Daisy Ramona zooms around her neighborhood with her Poppy on his motorcycle, she sees people and places she's always known. She also sees a community that is changing all around her. But as the sun sets purple, blue, gold behind Daisy Ramona and her Poppy, she knows that the love she feels will always be there. Watch Out for Wolf by Anika Moroz Risi, illustrated by Charles Santoso. There's so much for these little piggies to do before their party. They have to bake the cake, decorate the house, deliver the invitations, and most importantly, watch out for Wolf. See what other fairy tale characters you can spot in this clever twist on the Three Little Pigs. Truman by Jean Wrighty, illustrated by Lucy Ruth Cummins. After his best friend Sarah boards a bus and leaves for her first day of school, a tortoise named Truman goes on an impossible adventure to try and find her. What might you do if you encountered another perspective, discovered another world, met another you? Enjoy this imaginative wordless story, Another by Christian Robinson. Fergal and the Bad Temper by Robert Starling. Fergal the dragon is friendly, except when someone tells him to do something he doesn't want to do. Then he does things like blowing fire at his dinner. Soon, though, he learns a trick to help him cope with his fiery moods. Find out what it is when you read this book. Ogilvy by Deborah Underwood, illustrated by T.L. Macbeth. In this rhyming story, the other bunnies tell Ogilvy, who wears a sweater, that bunnies wearing dresses play ball and knit socks, while bunnies in sweaters make art and climb rocks. Ogilvy wants to do all of those things, even though he wears a sweater. Will Ogilvy be able to teach the other bunnies that not everyone has to be the same? Every story needs a problem, but Panda doesn't have a problem. Unless Panda is the problem. Find out when you read The Panda Problem by Deborah Underwood, illustrated by Hannah Marks. The Goose Egg by Liz Wong. Henrietta's life is full of peace, quiet, and serenity. That is, until she ends up bumping into a goose egg that hatches. Now, Henrietta's mornings are filled with chaos, noise, and the unexpected life that comes with raising a child, even when it's not your own. This tender story of love and family will melt your heart.